Hello everybody, this is Backblast. Here we are on SimAirport. Now, what is this all about? Well, it's a sim of an airport. See, the word sim, you can use that rather loosely. It's not really a simulation, is it? It's a strategy game based on running an airport. That's it, really. What have we got? Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look around what we've got. We've got our runway, we've got some taxiways so that when the aircraft land they can drive around for a bit before they find the airplane gate. So a plane will park up at the gate, people will get off it and go home, and some people will come in, buy a ticket, go through security and get on the airplane. And that's it, and that's all there is to it. It's dead easy, isn't it? However, we do want to make a bit of money and maybe get another gate on and get some proper baggage claim in there and all sorts of things. So let's see what we can do. We've got some menus and things up here. These are just your normal preferences and video settings up there. We've got research, which we can do. We can research finance, so we can get loans. We can research operations, which allows you to get some other buildings, and there's some greyed out ones because we haven't got the right staff or the right money yet. What else have we got? Usual pause, play, fast forward controls up here, and in the bottom left is where we're going to be building tools. These are things to make new roads. We can put roads in, fences, changes the floor colour. We've got this one's your main one. We're going to be using this one a lot. We've got objects in here, all sorts of things. Anything from outside objects like air traffic control towers, and things inside like baggage carousels and ATM machines and all sorts, but cafe tables, and there's loads in there. We can get more staff. So we can get a CFO and a COO. These are the guys that actually run the place. So financial officer and operations officer. Once you've got those, it allows you to open up more research. We've got a food worker to work in a cafe, a janitor to clean up, security, which we need here for getting through security, some normal staff, some workmen, that sort of thing. Anyway, you know, we can go through these as we need to. What else have we got? There's two more bits. In the bottom right, it just gives you an overview of some of the things that you might or might not have already got into. So for example, if we have access to the pricing, we can change it on here, and this is our flight schedule, which aircraft are coming into us, and it shows you whether they've arrived, departed or whatnot on there. So, well, what do we need to do? Well, at the moment we've got an airport with no planes coming in, and we've got some security staff just sat about, and that's about it. So let's get somebody in to get an airplane. Let's get an airplane in. So airline interest is 48% in our airport, and there are currently 4 aircraft companies that want to send in flights. So you've got your AM flights, your PM flights, and then night flights. Now at the moment I can't do night flights because I haven't got the runway properly set up, but we can certainly do AM and PM. So what have we got? So it tells you here that for, let's say, AM morning, that they would send in a bombardier. So a bombardier will take in 75 passengers. Well, that's a nice easy one to start off with. So let's have one of those. So that's the morning bombardier flight. Okay. In the afternoon there's an Embraer 195 which takes in 90 passengers. Well, we'll have that as well. Let's have both those two. So it shows that we've got 2 flights from Aerotime. So maybe one more morning and one more evening one just to start off with. So the morning on here, an Embraer 195. Well, we've already got one of those, haven't we? Well, let's see if we can find something different. What else is the other morning one? So Aerostar was the one I was just looking at. Pacific, they'll bring in a Beechcraft. It's only 19. It's only a little aircraft company, that, isn't it? Let's go back to the Aerostar. So we'll do the Embraer again. So we've got 2 Embraers coming in the morning, and in the afternoon it says they can do a Boeing 767 which takes 250 passengers. Let's have that one. Right, we've got a big one there, haven't we? So we've got these aircraft coming in, but we haven't told it what times we want them to come in. So Let's have a look down here. So this is where our schedule is. So at the moment, yeah, this scrolls funny. Oh yeah, the game's in alpha, by the way. Don't worry about it. It looking a bit simple or being a bit buggy, because it will all change at some point. Now I can grab these and change them. Obviously the green area is where I can put the flight, and I can change these to just spread them out. So what I've got now is 4 flights coming in throughout the day, and they're nicely spread out. Let's set the time going. Let's get going. At the moment we've got some staff wandering about. We've got security staff, we've got staff. What do we need to run the airport? Well, we've got a couple of people on the ticketing desk. Although game at the moment, as I said, a little bit buggy. You don't actually need people on some of the desks or on some of the security for it to work. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Once the people have come in and got their tickets, they go through security, so we need staff there, and we need somebody on the gate. So this is somebody just sat here saying, hello, have you got your tickets? Yes, you can get on the flight. Now the other thing that I briefly showed you, that which wasn't active, is this status thing. So it should now be active. So today we're getting nothing in. Today's our first stage, but tomorrow we should have those 4 flights coming in. So it tells you what time they're going to arrive, what time they're going to depart, and what's happening with them at the moment. It'll tell you if they're on the way, or whether they've been cancelled, or all sorts of little bits there. Now then, we need somewhere for the people to sit when they get to the gate. So let's start getting some things in here, like let's get a bench, so we can search in here for maybe some benches. BE for bench. It's R to rotate. Where do we want to put this? I think that this is going there. Okay, and I think what we're going to do is do something like this. Now, one of our flights had about 200 passengers on, didn't it? 195. So I was just thinking, how many benches do I need? So we need a lot more than that. Now we can make a queue here. This is the queue tab, so we're going to make a queue. So what will happen is, when people want to come and queue for this flight, they will join the queue. That's what happens. So we'll start the queue off from, let's say, there, and we'll have it going like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to queue it all the way down here, and then come up here, and then all the way up like this. Maybe, no, I don't like that. Let's get rid of some of that. Let's get rid of this bit. Let's now put in the queue going wibbly wobbly like that. Yeah, this is the way. Perfect. So people can come along here, join the queue, go and then all the way down there, and then whoa, and then they wait there, and then she says, next customer please, and then they come and she says, yes, get on the flight. This is a workman. He's coming to put our benches in, and they're very strong, these guys, because they're carrying a full bench each. They're obviously special benches that you can fold up into a tiny box, because they or maybe they're kit form. Maybe they're like IKEA or home-based type furniture, flat pack benches. Now this lady here, we need to. Oh, I've still got queues selected. Let's get rid of that. So this lady here, if we select gate desk, it says assign to or dismantle. So I can dismantle it or assign to. Now it's already assigned to this gate, but what we need to do is assign it to the queue. So just click assign, and that's that. So people will now know that if they want to get through this gate onto this flight, they will have to queue here. Okay, so what else do we need? Well, people like to have some sort of snacks and things. Now I'm not going to go for a full cafe at the moment. I'm going to put a vending machine in there and maybe a drinks machine. So we'll put a drinks machine in like that. So we've got a drinks machine and a vending machine, so we can get at least some food and drink. And the other thing is, what's the first thing you do when you go to an airport? The very first thing, no, it's not have a wee, it's not having a wee, it's looking at your flight, isn't it? You find the big display that says, ooh, what's happening with my flight? So let's have this. So people come straight into the airport, they'll see this and go, oh my goodness, I need to get on my flight now. or something like that, and they rush off to the ticketing desk, which actually I've just noticed haven't got any queues, so let's get some queues put on here. To ticketing desk, let's have it going like this, I think. Boo boo. I don't like that last one there. It's up against the wall like that. That's okay. Same with this one, I think. Do 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 like that. Good. Right. So these guys have got a little conveyor next to them. So you always put your bag on the conveyor, and then it disappears, doesn't it? Except in this game, ours doesn't, because we have no conveyor. So we need a baggage routing station. Now this is where the bags will actually come out to. It needs a road or taxiway, it says. So this will go to somewhere like this, like that, and all the bags will come outside and they'll sit there in the rain getting wet, and the guys will eventually decide to come and get them. So there's an in arrow and an out arrow, so it's easy enough to sort out, isn't it? So let's actually run it underneath the wall there. Let's run it underneath the wall. Now, the game's very simple to understand. You know, there's nothing complicated about this. It's all fairly easy to work and whatnot. You know, you can see that will work. We've got a nice little thing going on. There's also an out arrow. So when an aeroplane lands and people then say, oh yes, we need to go and get our luggage. So what do we need now? We need and that's not what we need. We need objects, and we need something like baggage carousel. There we go. Baggage carousel. So let's just do we want one or two? I'm guessing we're having two. And again, we need to go to utilities. We need to now connect those pink arrows up to the pink arrow up there. Now I don't think we can cross it. Let's just see what will happen there. Yeah, it doesn't like that, does it? So let's just pop it maybe down to there, because it will be underground anyway. There's a large sliding door there. Is it complaining? No, it seems to be all good. Seems to be good. There we go. There we are. So it's going to send our baggage when a plane lands. The guys will come and throw the baggage on there. It'll sit on there for a bit while it rains, and then it'll come down here onto the carousels, and the people can collect them. Now, what else do we need? Now, not everybody wants to go through ticketing like that. Some people might want to get their ticket from a machine. Oh yes, a machine. So we can have some ticketing machines. So if we pop these fellows around here, maybe. So let's go boom, 1. Oh, hello, 2. I didn't want to do that. 3. Let's have 4. And then what I'm going to do is we need to get rid of that one because I've made a pants of that one. Now I'm going to put A for ticketing machine, and then we're going to pop 1. No, you absolute banana face. Get rid of that one. Cancel that. Right, there you go. So we've got some tickets there. Maybe what we need down here is another one of those flight things. In fact, I think we probably need 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one here so that people can see it. So they wander through security. They've got one there. And then we also probably want one in here somewhere so that people can see which of the carousels their luggage is coming off on. How's that? So that's easy enough, isn't it? Except it's all a bit dull, nothing's happening. We're going to get some planes in, aren't we? But that's not till tomorrow. I want to move some of these bits off, so let's move some of these zones. So we've got, where is it? It's zones. There we are. And we want drop-offs. So drop-offs is where people get dropped off. Haha, you see? Easy, isn't it? Can we just get rid of the lot? Oh, look at all those lot. Right, we'll do that. Garbage wants to be down here. Garbage really wants to be down here. Well, deliveries. Can we only have one delivery zone? Yeah. Okay, so let's make it think it's got a massive delivery zone. Right, so we're going to have deliveries up here, I think. And the deliveries are going to be, let's say, like that. Alright, and then what we're going to do is let's get rid of all this lot down here. So all the deliveries, and to be honest, there's not going to be loads and loads of deliveries in the version of the game that we're playing at the moment. It's not an overpacked area. It's not like Prison Architects, where the guys are running about all the time. This is certainly in the build that I'm playing, which is quite an early build. There's no real need to have a massive delivery area and loads of delivery guys. I'm sure that will change. So drop-off area. We need somewhere where people get dropped off in their cars. So let's have that maybe there. That looks about right, doesn't it? And then when they've got off their flight, we need to be picked up by Uncle Brandy and Billy Bob in their pickup, because it's for pickups. It says pickups. We've got drop-offs and pickups. What else do we need? We've got baggage claim area. We've not got a cafe yet. I'm not bothered about that yet. Deliveries, drop-offs, garbage. Garbage is an important one. Now I'm going to pop the garbage all the way down here, and there's a reason for this. And I want it to be a massive area. There's been some issues with garbage to start off with, and you need to sort of get on top of it before it builds up. I don't know. Right. Garbage bin. Now those are for inside. No, what I want is like a big... That's not what I want. It's like a big trash compactor thing. They're not compactors. It's like a skip, basically. A skip. That's a door. Dumpster. That's what it is. A big skip. All right. So the dumpsters. Boom. Boom. Right, and there's some room for some bags there as well. Garbage bins. Garbage bins need to go inside, don't they? So that people, once they've bought their vending machine stuff, they don't use the floor as a rubbish bin. So let's just pop these in like this, and maybe pop one in here. How's that? Does that look all right? I think that looks okay. Good. So we've got pick up, drop off, storage area, garbage. We've got that. We haven't got a kitchen yet because we haven't got a cafe. Office area. Pick up, restroom, security, ticketing. Office area. Office. Now then, we can make offices, and we need offices eventually for these two guys who you can hire. I don't know if it needs to be like a minimum size or not. Can we just build some walls in here? And we'll just make this, a little bit of this, into an office. Should we give them like that much? Like that. You do need to be aware that your construction guys can actually build themselves into a room. I've seen it. You build a wall and get stuck. Yeah. And I'm going to actually take out some of this zone here, so it's like there's a little corridor there, sort of thing, and none of that's going to be ticketing anyway. That's going to be office. Oh, can we? Oh, it won't get rid of the ones that are under the wall. It's weird, isn't it? You know, alpha. It's all alpha. Don't worry about it. 3 and a wall, and then 2 and a wall. That doesn't look right. I don't like that. Let's cancel that. Let's build a wall here. Let's do that instead. And can we? How do I cancel the bits that are already being built? So right. Click on there. Okay, alright. It seems to have got rid of that. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of that, because it still says that it's ticketing. We don't want that, do we? So let's get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of the zone. Beep, 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 beep. Good. And we're going to pop the wall back in. Wall was down here, like that. And we're going to have this sort of... yeah, it doesn't like going through something that's already been built. And we're going to have that. We'll have a door. We'll make each one into an office. That'll be fantastic. Why are you complaining? Requires at least one functional hangar with a baggage car. Okay, so let's have a hangar. Search for a hangar. There's a small hangar which gives you 1 vehicle spot, a medium which gives 3 vehicles, and a large one which costs a small fortune. Let's have a medium hangar. The hangar can be anywhere. pop it there. So we've got a hangar there, and what we're going to do is, if you click on the hangar, nothing happens because it hasn't been built yet. What's going on here? Are these more deliveries? What are we delivering? We'll still be delivering lots of raw materials at the moment, so walls and things, and they are building the underground carousel type thing. You can see there. It's quite a nice little touch that the ground goes a bit scruffy. I mean, like I said, the game's not polished yet, but you can at least tell where the carousel's going. So, well, the guys are on it. What we're going to do is we're going to speed it up. So there should be no reason why we shouldn't get these 4 aircraft in. We've got some infrastructure in place. The only thing is our security area is quite small. Might take a while for people to get in and out of the security area. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put a queue in here maybe. Oh, I didn't want to do that one. That one there. Maybe just leave it like that. And then what we're going to do is let's have, you can select the ID desk assigned to this queue. Okay, sorry, the writing's quite small. I am zoomed out a long way. So, but we now have a queue for this young lady to deal with, and then when the people have come to her and shown the passport, they'll go through. They'll put their goods on here, and this lady will check to make sure they haven't got anything in there that's naughty. And then there's a metal detector, and this guy will just watch as they sort of amble in and out, and then just sort of do very little about it. Now there is one thing about this metal detector which I've found, which is a bit odd, in that you can place a metal detector. Let me just show you this. Let's have a look. Metal detector, metal detector, there we go. And of course you can press R, okay, to rotate the thing. However, it's directional. it runs in a direction. So if you put it in the wrong way round, people will sort of come and stand here, and then when it's their turn to go through, they'll sort of walk through and then walk back through, and it's a bit strange. And then once they've been cleared, they will probably walk through it again or walk round. But it's weird that you see them going through and then back. The way to tell is there's some subtle shadowing on it. See the light area in the corner there and the dark area there? I always think that the narrow end is where they go in, and the wide end is where they go out. Right, what we got here, we've got people coming in. It's 2:15 in the morning. We've got our first people. They've been dropped off here. There they are, they're getting out of a car. How many people got out of that car? 4 with suitcases? I don't think so. They're all looking at the board, you see? Looking at the board, what do I need to do? Where do I need to go? Oh no, oh no. And then there's some queues. Did I sort these queues out with these actual... I didn't, did I? So people are just wandering. If you watch what happened there, she just meandered down and then went to the desk. Whereas, see, watch what he does? He's not bothered about the queue, is he? He's not bothered. Look, look. Just avant-garde. There we go. So I've now assigned the queue. So anybody wanting to go in there will now go brr, 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 brr. And then when they give their bags in, although she's still got a bag, that's probably hand luggage. The hand luggage will probably go underground to this conveyor that isn't finished yet. The hangar's still not finished anyway. Or maybe the hangar's... yeah, it's 0%. The hangar's not there yet, so we can't use that anyway. You're going to have to leave your bags with us, and we'll send them along on a separate flight. Or something. Although people are putting the bags on, look, and then they're just disappearing. Again, it's in alpha, so some of the graphics aren't quite finalised. Look, I've assigned this queue to this lady. If you want to go through there, you need to queue up properly. The first one just wanders up to the desk and everybody else queues. But there you go. Yep. Queue up. Where are you going? Straight to the front. No regard for queuing system. Probably not English. Just pushed in. Right, so people are now coming through. They're sitting there. So what is our flight schedule? Well, you look at that. It's going to be the aero time 6:51. Let's have a quick look at this on the status. It's en route. It's coming in. It's en route. It's going to land at 4 AM, which is another 45 minutes or so. It's going to go there, and then the people will queue up, and yeah, they'll get on the old aircraft and fly away to sunny wherever it is they're going. And it might not be sunny. But this is it. It's all happening. You can still hear the construction in the background, so I apologise, everybody, if you're getting on your flight, that there is some building work going on in the airport, and probably will be until the game ends. But there you go. Now this bit, is this bin against the wall? I don't know. I mean, they tuck in quite nicely against the bottom wall there. They sort of stand out a bit against the top wall. I don't know. This lady, she sort of did something strange and went through twice. They're wandering back through. What's this guy doing? No! What do we got here? What do we got here? This is the airport, and in it comes. Is our first flight coming in. It's 3:47 in the morning. The aircraft's a little bit early, which is lovely. Get it on that stand, get the people on it, get it sent off. Now there's some things we can put out here, so if you click on the runway you can upgrade it. We can put various bits on, so runway ILS, which allows larger airlines to land, and runway lights for night operations, which is fantastic. We need that at some point. And a PAPI, which is they call them cans if you're a pilot, and they're approach indicators, and they're like little green lights and red lights, and if you're at the right height, the pilot knows, and if they're a different colour, he knows that it's too high or too low. So I'm going to put some runway lights on for 25 grand. We're going to put one of these PAPI things in, so I can't tell which way it's facing. It's facing that way. We're going to pop it in there, and then we're going to have an ILS system, which we're going to put here, even though it's probably not the best place for it, because when the aircraft are taxiing, the wings just clip straight through it, which is a bit strange. But we've got all the bits for that runway. The runway is fully upgraded. The aircraft's now at the airplane gate, and the people have got off. There they are. They're wandering off, and they're just wandering back through the old security, which isn't necessarily the best thing. And we've now got some litter as well. So have we got any staff for this? We've got old Bob, the janitor. So we'll get Rita, and maybe we'll get Sue as well. What on earth? Now this guy's got a golf cart, obviously with some luggage. We haven't got this sorted yet, guys. Some people have gone off. They've just got hand luggage, or they're not bothered, or they'll send my bag on to me or something. But this is Jimbo driving the golf cart, and he's bringing the luggage backwards and forwards for people, which is fantastic. Look! Here he is. He's driven through the carousel. He's smashed into it. There's been a big crash. All the bags have gone everywhere. Off he goes again. He's not bothered, is he? He's got a big smile on his face. There you go. Right, so this is SimAirport. I'll put a little link in the description to the website. I think it's on Steam as well. I think I got it through Steam. It is in early alpha, and there's a lot to change on it. At the moment, it's quite fun, and it's good getting the right balance. So, for example, we've got our first flight here, and it's about to start loading, and people are ready. And it says here. What does it say? It says, right, if you hover over the aircraft, it tells you that it's going to start boarding in 17 minutes, 16 minutes, 15 minutes, and there's 39 of 39 passengers standing in line. So we're not waiting for anybody to turn up. Everybody's there, they're all patient, and they'll all get on the flight, and it'll go on time. There'll be no problems. But we're going to want to get bigger aircraft, and we'll get another hangar in, and then we'll maybe get another airplane gate in, and we'll maybe get a massive gate over here and have another arm to the whatever this is, the passenger lounge. And the other thing that is, and we'll probably start working on this in the next video, I don't like the fact that when people get off the aircraft they go through security backwards. They come back through here. I'd sort of like it all to be separated, so they get off the flight, they go down a corridor, and then they get to baggage claim without going through all this departure bit. You know what it's like when you go to an airport. Usually you go on in one area and you come off in a different area. You don't go through baggage claim when you're getting on the flight, do you? So Anyway, so we want to maybe work on that in the next video, but that will be next video. I hope you enjoyed this. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down, whether you like the video, like the game. Leave comments in the comments, and maybe I'm doing something a bit strange or a bit wrong, or maybe you want me to move my restrooms to outer space or something. I don't know. Comments in the comments. Yeah, if you like the channel, please subscribe. I've been Backblast. I'll see you next time.